Welcome, welcome, and welcome, everyone who is here, everyone who has popped in. Let's see if I can mess. I'm messing around. I've got a whole new setup. So, if you wouldn't mind, my friends, here we are just for another. If you wouldn't mind letting me know if I'm sounding any different or any better or any worse, or I mean, I always sound bad to me, so I'm kind of not. I'm not a fair judge of it, but. If you could just let me know if there's any kind of difference, because I've got a new setup I'm setting up. But I want to welcome you all who have popped in. Of course, that is D Bud Martin. Hey, good to see you, bro. I appreciate you, and that's I understand if you have to run there, man. Stephanie Genesis, Smuggler's Cantina. Hello there, my friend. It is great to see you, Steph. Appreciate you. That pop-up chat's weird. I don't know if I'm going to use that much longer. But welcome everyone. Yeah, just a little open Geek Talk Foolishness here tonight. It's a busy night out there. Let's see, a couple of friends. I understand, Steph. It's just lovely to see you. I was just over at hanging out with our good old buddy Doomcock at his Discord thing over there, and I want to thank him for having me over there with him. He was doing a roundtable type thingy over there, and that was a lot of fun. And then he is the man. He the future ruler of Earth is extraordinary. And this is just Open Geek, as everyone. This is, of course, Clobberin times 842 overall. And I want to thank you all for popping in here. Snorta Poopus Cuber, what's up, my friend? Elagabilis, Ironcaster, what's up, buddy? Janet from another planet, I am always honored to see you. Thank you so much for popping in. And D Bud Martin, I understand you got to run there, bro, but hey, man, pop back when you can. The great Pat S, what's up, buddy? And again, Stephanie, I'm always happy to see you, my friend. The great brightest day, no evil shall escape his chat or sight in the chat. I got you. Steph. Well, I appreciate it. It's great to see you. Great to see you as always. And everyone, by the way, Stephanie Genesis Smuggler's Cantina is a terrific channel, of course, for Star Wars news and such. She streams a lot, and of course, she has a lot of great videos. And I have a link to in my description below for her wonderful channel. I'll actually put that link up, and so that if you have not, please go over and subscribe to her channel. I want to say a big shout out and thank you to Andre and, well, Paulie and the Mexican Iron Man, and of course, who had to run after a while. But Andre with Midnight's Edge, I had a great surprise this morning. They were talking some comics and stuff like that, and just out of the blue, there they let me come on there. They called me on there to come on there and talk comics and different things like that, and I am so honored. I mean, I love that channel. I've watched that channel for a long time. I've listened to him for a long time. So to be asked on there was an absolute honor and a pleasure. And I cannot thank both Andre or my fantastic buddy, Latino Slants Paulie, and my other buddy, Mexican Iron Man. I cannot thank them all enough. And they had to run after a while when I got there, but I got to spend some time hanging out with Andre. He is an extraordinary gentleman. And it was an absolute pleasure to talk to him. So, again, big thanks to Andre. Thank you, sir. I keep saying it, but it's true. It was an honor to be there. So thank you so much. That is, of course, was this morning on Midnight's Edge channel. A great channel. Great channel. Let's see here. But yes, please, there's a link, everyone. Please go to Stephanie's channel and subscribe to that, and everyone. A lot of my friends are streaming tonight, by the way. And Bob. Well, again, and Bob, it's good to see you. I like that name. It's cool. It's a pleasure to meet you. Always great to have a new person pop in. Ironcaster, what you got there, bro? Hit the comic shop today. Left with 10 issues. Wow. If I walked out with 10 issues from a comic shop now, they would all be back issues. It wouldn't. So I don't know, Iron, if those are new or not. Hey, Flash. Oh, dude, let me send you the link, man. I forgot. Dude, you know my memory. And by the way, everyone, my great buddy, I want to give a shout out. My great friend, Paulie with Latino Slant. who's just one of my best pals on YouTube. He's just been such a fantastic friend of mine. He is tonight at the top of this hour. He'll be talking to the great Robert Meyer Burnett, who I and many of you know are just big fans of. I'm a big fan of Robert Meyer Burnett and have been for a long time. And I'm excited that for Polly, of course, I wrenched for Polly over there. And hey, look, I plan to go over there as soon as I get done tonight. I hope you all will too. Sent you the link there, Flash. Oh, there he is right there. Look. Hey, Polly. Yo, Polly. Yo. I'm sorry, man. I can't help it if your name is Polly, and I can't. As soon as I hear that name, I just default to Burt Young from the Rocky movie. Yo, Polly. Yo. Well, actually, Stallone saying his name. I love you, brother. Good to see you. And oh, well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that, man. I had a fantastic time. It was totally unexpected, but I appreciate you, bro. Again, I hope you're all hearing me okay with my new thing. Way I have things set up. So, but yes, Flash should pop in for a minute. We're going to hang out for a little while. Not a long show tonight, everyone. Just want to go on for a little while, hang out a little bit, like I always do on Wednesday nights. So, by the way, where there we go. He's the first pal I made on YouTube, and he's the best pal I have on YouTube. That is, of course, the great Latino Slant. That's Paulie, and again at well, that would be 8 p.m. my time, so 6 p.m. Pacific. He will have the great Robert Meyer Burnett on, everyone, which is just fantastic. Captain Trent, yo, I saw you a little while ago over at Doomcock's little hangout there. And again, all hail Doomcock. He was just a fantastic host. All right, we got the Flash. What's up, brother?
What's happening?
Hey, buddy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, good.
What, you on the phone there, as always?
Yeah, but I'm trying the mics tonight, so.
The whaty?
I'm trying the earpiece tonight, so we'll see how it goes.
That eliminates that does eliminate Oh, is it? I'm sorry. I traveled back in time, buddy. It's 7 p.m. 7:05 Pacific Standard Time, everyone. I'm sorry, Paulie. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, brother. It is 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, in other words, that would be 9:05 my time at Central. These time zones are damn confusing, boys. But anyway, Just Joe, what's up, Jobber? Look, it's Jobber, Flash. You remember him. Flash, you still there, bro? Did you mute yourself? Oh, thanks, Jobber. You either muted yourself or I'm muted. I don't know. Am I muted, everyone? Are you hearing me okay again? I don't know. Oh, I lost him. He'll pop back in, I guess. Critsible the Crazed. Welcome, my friend. Just Joe, brother. Let's see here. Who else? Who else is here? You know, we used to have text for the old sound checks in the old days there, Jobber. We have no text. Tonight, Jobber, I am, at least for a second, I am crowning you text. You hear me okay? Yes, Janet, he's gone, but he will be back. Well, thank you. I was just wondering if the sound's any different. I've changed my setup a little bit because it was really, I had to rig up my boom mic thing, my boom thingy. So thank you there, Janet. I do appreciate it. A bit of a show note, and while I'm waiting for Flash to return, and I trust that he will. Tomorrow, the Global Geek Gang gathers again, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. As we'll just be talking about random geek foolishness, everyone. Even though I like to give it a theme, since I did my first video, which was a clunker and was long and dumb, but I did my actual first video, everyone, this past the other day, because I do, I'm a streamer. I stream. That's what I do. I've always been a podcaster in that sense, a streamer. But I did a video the other day because I want to start doing some videos. Now, Clobby's Comics Corner, I'm going to be doing that. And Monday I did a video for the first time, my actual first video. And that was, of course, about the brilliant, magnificent, the great comic book Astro City. Phantom Outsider. Oh, Phantom, it was good hanging out with you over there, buddy, over at Doomcock's whole house over there. And anyway, so I did that first video, and it was, like I said, it was a clunker. I'll get it all straight. But anyway, I had fun doing it, and had some of you wonderful people joined up me in the chat for the debut the other day. Yeah, no minimus right now, Jobber. But anyway, so tomorrow I just gave it that theme. We're not. Well, I am going to talk about Astro City a little bit tomorrow, of course, again, because no one cares about it but me. But anyway, I assigned characters to all my good buddies. But anyway, that will be 1 p.m. tomorrow, Central Standard Time. The Global Geek Gang. And we just been having a blast on that show. It is so much fun. It's the middle of the day for us. It is, of course, nighttime to all of our wonderful friends. Oh, you know what I forgot to do, though? I'm an idiot. You know something? Monday night, my internet went out. We were having a storm. We've been having some horrible. Yes, at the center of the earth, Pat. We were at the center of the earth. Some horrible weather. I lost my internet about 2 hours into the stream that the wonderful and the beautiful Purple Valkyrie and I were doing. Talking villains and everything. Comics villains. It was our part 2 of Bring On the Bad Guys. And I was just having, of course, as I always do with Purple, a magnificent time. It was so much fun. There you go, bro.
Hey, you there?
Yeah, you got it?
I don't know. Something weird happened. It's like we had like an internet drop out for a second.
Gotcha, bro. Happens, man. In fact, I was just telling everyone about, some of them were here. Monday night, the beautiful and the magnificent Purple Valkyrie and I were having just a splendid time. And we had some horrible weather. And even though our power did not go out, my internet decided to go kaflooey on me and went out for like 20-something hours. But so I was able to. It was horrible, but it was especially during the middle of the show. But she carried on like a trooper because, of course, as you all know, Purple, who has a wonderful, lovely channel that you should all go subscribe to, is a pro at this. Just last week, I was honored to be on her show where she celebrated her 1-year anniversary on YouTube, and she's just absolutely wonderful and terrific. And again, she's a pro, so she handled the show. Not only did she handle it like a pro, let's just be honest. The guys were certainly much happier to listen to her than my stupid face. I mean, and who could blame them?
For sure.
Yeah, get Purple.
I mean,
yeah, I'm a realist. It was more fun having Purple. Yeah. I hope, by the way, Pat S., I know you're down in my neck of the woods. I hope you guys didn't get any flooding. We did. And a lot of friends, unfortunately, a lot of friends and family had some bad flooding out here. We don't know all exactly it was terrible. I mean, it wasn't quite on the level with the 2016 flood, which was horrific, but it was rough. But anyway, Purple carried on like the trooper that she is. I love Purple. I love you out there, Purple. I'm sure she might still be doing her gaming stream with Loki. She is magnificent, and it was so much fun. And then I finally got back in like 30 minutes later, 20 minutes later, whatever it was. I was able to call.
It was too late. They all unsubscribed and went to her channel.
Yeah, of course. Well, then they should. I mean, that's what I unsubscribed. In fact, I unsubscribed to my own channel. Now, anyway, she was fantastic, and I got back on there. At least I was able to call in. So on my phone, I finally figured out how to do it on my phone, and it's not the same, of course. Catman, aka DD Myers, welcome. Good to see you, my friend. And so, I should not hit that microphone like that. Anyway, I'm going to get used to this new setup here. But you hear me all right. Flash, you hear me okay, bud?
I hear you fine.
All right, bro. So anyway, it was great fun. And I want to thank everyone who was nice to Purple. And I know you all enjoyed having her here and handling that stuff. So appreciate y'all. We have such a great crowd. We have the best chat on YouTube. They're fantastic. And especially on Saturday nights, because the next show note is this. My wonderful friend, my extraordinary first officer, Raquel Briggs, and I are having the time of our lives reviewing Star Trek, all of real Star Trek. And this past week, there was a bit of a, even though it was the third season, which was kind of rough to get through, a bit of a bittersweet thing about that final episode, finishing up reviewing Star Trek, the original series. But there you go. That's just the way it is. And we had again, the chat is just rocking on Saturday nights. They're having a great time. It's fun, wonderful participation with them. Raquel and I are having a blast when we do it. And we're now moving on to the next phase of our ongoing mission to explore great Star Trek, in other words, real Trek, 1966 to 2005 only, all 6 series. And we will begin next week with, we will have 5 episodes of the animated series. We're going to review the animated series. And then, of course, after that, the original cast films, TNG, DS9, TNG and its films, DS9, Voyager, and Enterprise. And, of course, Star Trek ends there. She calls it the 735 because there's 70-35 if you segment it all to each, you sit down 735 times. So she's calling you guys now the 735 Club. And it's just a lot of fun, man. Flash, I'm having a blast doing it, dude. I love it.
Yeah, I've been able to drop in sporadically. I enjoy it.
We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you doing that. And yeah, and everyone seems to have a real good time, man.
Yeah, I've missed the last few, but yeah, I had a good time with it.
I thought of you when we reviewed, let's see here, a couple of the ones of the third season that I hate that you love, or like at least. Yeah, there were a couple times it was like. There were a couple times I said, I wish Lass was here so I could make fun of him for liking this one.
Sometimes there's just an intangible something about an episode. May not be the greatest, but you still like it.
One of the things that tickles me is that we got a couple of friends here what we'll do is we review the episode, right, and then once we get through with that, I'll ask Raquel for her rating. I'll give my rating. Then I'll say, wait for it, chat. And then I'll say, please now give us your ratings. And we'll get all their ratings, and I read all their ratings, what they think of the episode and their rating of it. And what's funny about that is there are a couple of them, and I kind of see this. Even though I'm cruel, look, I hate it. I'm going to be mean. But I still love Star Trek, as you know. But a lot of them they'll go, I'm giving this one. It's one that a lot of us give it a D, or I give an F a couple times, and they'll go, I agree. They'll agree with everything I said, and they'll say it's really terrible, but I'm giving it a C. I can't give anything Star Trek an F. I just can't do it. I love Star Trek too much. I can, and you can, but I'm saying that I can.
My loyalty only goes so deep.
No, I'm with you, but I can see that though. I mean, I can't fault that.
I see it. Yeah, no, I get it.
But no, look, you and I could beat them up with the best of them, and you'd be happy to know that everyone hates it. Well, everyone hates Alternative Factor as much as you do, except for I finally met the person that likes it. Well, not met, but they popped in one night when I was reviewing it.
Right.
I don't think, because we all know how much you love that episode. Not.
Oh, it's great.
Everyone. I mean, it was so much fun ragging on the Alternative Factor. But a gentleman.
Now,
go ahead.
Were they being sincere, or do you think they were trolling?
Well, see, there's the thing. I thought so. At first, I thought he was screwing with me. And he's a good dude. I won't say his name here because I don't want to go pick on him. He's a good dude. He has a good channel. I'm a big fan of the gent. In fact, so much so, after he went into the chat, I kind of thought he was just screwing with us. And so I kind of teased him a little bit about it, and I didn't want him to offend him. But anyway, so after that night, it was very nice. He asked me to come on his show. He does a Tuesday night show about Star Trek. And to talk about it, and we did. He's a good gentleman. I like him a lot. And we talked about it a little. We didn't have a big knockdown, drag out or anything. It was perfectly cordial and fine. And again, I was fascinated. I mean, and I'm not kidding when I say I've never met anyone who liked that episode. I mean, I've met people that like you like episodes that I can't believe anyone liking. But so I've met you, and that's different. But I've met other ones who might think it's actually. There are a couple that I'm in a similar boat with that in third season that you like that until I met you, I'd never met anybody. And I'm not even taking the shot at you or teasing you. I'm saying I hadn't,
Right.
And so it was good. It was fine. I mean, I don't care what episode anyone likes. You know how we are around here. But I was a little surprised. I got to admit, I did think he was kind of just screwing with us, which was funny. It was funny what he was saying. And it was funny he was saying that. So it's weird. It's not weird. I mean, it's strange to me because I hadn't seen it. So you can like any episode, but the bottom line, boys and girls, is you can like anything you want to like, and even if we don't agree with it, we might mess around a little bit. But Crucible the Christ says, yes, Missouri has been sending you bad weather. Oh yeah, you ever living blue-eyed Clobberin times can handle it. That's right. Yes. So that's where the weather's coming from. Thanks a lot, pal. Sending us your bad weather. See, Jobber says, did Flash see any more new movies after Kong? Yeah, your favorite film of all time, Kong versus Zilla. He said, I saw Wrath of Man in that theater, and it was a solid Jason Statham action flick. So what about you? What about it? You seen anything else?
I have not, come to think of it.
I wouldn't mind seeing Wrath of Man. I've heard it, but I haven't seen that.
I have not.
I have.
I haven't seen. And I mean, I watched a couple of like shitty old movies with my sister as per tradition, but nothing new.
Captain Cockney Spock, welcome. Would it surprise you, sir, if I told you I've seen a current film that I actually really liked a lot and I thought was great? Besides Kong and Godzilla, I mean, after that.
And what film would that be?
The title of it is called "It's Nobody."
I've heard of that.
I have. I saw it through, I suppose, different types of means. Let's put it like that. I did not go to the theater. I wish I had. Anyway, it was made available to me. It was in theaters recently, and I suppose it is going to probably hit. I'll buy Blu-ray. It was written by. I think it was written. Maybe I don't know about directed, but it's certainly written by the same chap that wrote the John Wick films, which I thought they were kind of okay. I've got my issues with those things, but I like Keanu Reeves. Those movies are, I like watching video games. I'm not going to beat up on them or anything, but this is that though with a brain. Nobody is just, and again, it's sensational. It has Bob Odenkirk. I haven't watched a lot of Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul, but a lot of people who are fans of that show know who that is. I don't know if you're familiar with the actor.
I am not.
Well, he's really good in it. And again, you see him and you go, you don't think of this guy as going to be some kind of a badass, and that's kind of the point, and it's great. And also, 2 words, Christopher effing Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd is in this thing, folks. And I just love that guy.
Oh, well, there you go.
The soul, right?
My money.
Oh, God. And he's old Christopher Lloyd, by the way, is still great Christopher Lloyd. Just want you to know. He's in a new movie with Shatner, by the way, right?
Yeah, I've not got a chance to see that.
No, I don't know if it's out yet.
I wasn't particularly impressed with the trailer, but I'll still check it out. That's all.
Well, yeah, it's Shatner playing a couple of old dudes. That might be funny. Yeah, it might be fun.
Yeah, I didn't think the trailer was particularly terrific, but I'll check it out probably when the playoffs are
over. I can get Spock's brain A. Oh, I guess he makes him give Spock's brain A. Get Clobby to watch all 3 seasons of STD. Then show. I watched enough of STD to make me think that Spock's brain can be a masterpiece by comparison. Don't worry about that, brother.
Oh, wait. Hold it. Back this up. I did see a movie.
What'd you say? What?
Because my sister made me watch it, and it actually was pretty enjoyable. The new Mortal Kombat. I did see that.
Okay.
I did watch that with my sister. Yeah.
Okay.
She's a big Mortal Kombat fan.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard varying things on that.
She loves that original movie. She loves it, even though it's like shit. But she's it's like one of her cult movies. She just loves it, and she was like super hyped for the new one, and so we did watch that.
Okay,
it was decent. I mean, it was fun.
Okay,
it was fun.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually this is an insult. I don't mean this is a.
Uh-oh.
like the violence is up to like a video game type level. But I mean, it's fine. It was enjoyable. I didn't hate it. Didn't hate it. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
About all I can
Again,
say. I mean, it's a Mortal
no,
Kombat movie. What are you gonna see?
no, yeah. Look,
Some people fight and kill each other. The end.
if you can turn that thing on right now, the way the state of modern entertainment, if you could just flick something on and you have a good time, you weren't preached to about
Yeah.
what a piece of garbage you
We had a
are.
good time watching it.
Well, yeah, the movie wasn't sitting there telling you what a piece of trash you are and all that stuff and trying to tell you how to live your life, and you had a
It
little
was what it
fun.
was. It
Yeah.
made no illusions to what it was. It's like, this is a video game movie.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Yeah. Well, for example, you didn't like G versus K, but at least it was just trying to be a movie, and that wasn't trying to tell you
Right.
what to do with your life or any of that kind of stuff. So yeah, and that's kind of
Yeah,
all I'm looking for.
You know me, you and I, we go over the top with things. Godzilla versus Kong was not the worst thing I'd ever seen, but
Yeah, I hear you.
they're fun to bash on.
Oh
But yeah, Mortal Kombat, it is what it is. You can't really. I don't think it's really fair to say, oh, it's not an Academy Award film for sure, because who cares? Because most Academy Award movies suck anyway. So I don't use that phrase very much.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
It's not Academy Award level. You're like, thank God.
Well, nowadays there is no Academy Award level.
Thank God it's not, because 9 out of 10 of them are terrible.
Yeah,
or unwatchable.
Yep.
But it was fun. It was what it was. And, and then we revisited A Blast from the Past, a truly awful film. But you're well aware of my sister and I's tradition. We have a tradition that outsiders don't get. My nephew and niece are outsiders to this, because sometimes they'll be over there on occasion. They're like, why don't we watch a good movie? And we're like, no, that's not the point. That's not why we're here tonight. We're not here to watch One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. We're here to watch something terrible so we can have a good time with it.
Sure.
And we watched a movie which was in heavy rotation when we were kids on HBO, and it's called The Manitou.
Oh my God.
We went into this thing knowing it was bad. We know it's bad. This is kind of our own little mystery science theater, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And we all just sit around and bust on the movie, and that's the whole point. Just sit around and have fun making fun of the movie. So yeah, we watched The Manitou
Nice.
last week.
That sounds familiar. Is this an old one?
It's
old? From the 70s?
It's 78, and Tony Curtis is in it. And this woman develops a cyst or tumor on her back.
We've talked about this before, yes.
Right, and it begins to grow and grow,
yes.
And it's the spirit of a medicine man, and it's growing inside of her, and it emerges, and it's truly bizarre, and it's ridiculous. And you could tell by the end of the movie that they wanted to have some kind of like 2001 Star Wars type ending with the big special effects showdown. It did not happen. But yeah, I mean, if anybody loves really bad movies, like you just love to watch a bad movie on purpose, may I recommend The Manitou? So if anybody gets a chance to check that out.
We've mentioned that before. We've talked about that once before.
Yeah, it's real bad. It's real bad, but real fun.
Oh,
real bad,
yeah.
but real fun.
I got to mention that one to Paulie, because he loves to watch bad movies.
Oh, they're so much fun. They're great. I mean, there's nothing, because you know what you're in for. If you go and pay, whatever at the theater, and you have a really bad movie, you're pissed, because it's like I expected something good and I got pissed. But when you go in knowing it's bad, and that's the whole point, it's a lot of fun. So that's kind of our thing. So, but like I said, once in a while we'll get the interlopers who are like, let's watch The Lighthouse, and it's like, no, let's not. Let's watch Blackula, or something. We're not watching that. We're watching something trashy.
Well, you like my pal Phantom Outsider. He's talking about Christopher Lloyd and talking about a movie that is near and dear to your heart. He said Christopher Lloyd was an extremely menacing Butch Cavendish in the not very good, but you disagree because you like it, Legend of the Lone Ranger. It was true to the character. Unfortunately, the guy playing Lone Ranger, your pal Clinton, had to be dubbed, yes, by James Keach. So anyway, I thought you'd like that because you were a big fan of that movie.
I love that movie. I absolutely, and I don't apologize for it. I love that movie. However, the weird part about Clinton Spilsbury, I've mentioned this before. When I was doing a show, I tried to get him to come on, and he declined. He was very nice about it. He wasn't a dick about it. He answered, and he was very nice about it. And he's like, I actually don't like to talk about that movie anymore. Thank you for your remembrance. He was very nice. But I stumbled across an episode of Lou Grant that Clinton Spilsbury is in. However, his name is
the Paper Chase.
No, it was Lou Grant.
Okay, I thought you said it was Paper Chase before.
His name is not Clinton Spilsbury. He's going under his original stage name, Max Keller. That's it, Max Keller. He's listed as Max Keller. But it's the first time I got to hear Clinton Spilsbury's voice, and he sounds exactly like James Keach. It's so bizarre. I'm wondering if they got James Keach because the voice is so similar.
They called Keach and said, "Look, this guy, we don't want his voice.
Yeah,
come over and take care of him again, will you?"
Yeah, but they sound identical, and it's a very small part in Lou Grant, but it's not bad. He wasn't bad in it.
I got you. Well, there you go. Well, by the way, Janet from Another Planet said she watched everyone. She did watch Jupiter's Legacy. I've not watched it yet. I never read the comic, and she liked it. So there you go. That's all. I believe it's on Netflix for anyone looking for something new to watch there. Janet recommends that one. Again, I've not seen it. I never read the comic. I'm kind of one of those. I'm not big on some of the Millar stuff, but I may take a look at it when I get a chance. Let's see here. D-Bud said I had to do yard work. So I missed a Purple show. And, I missed Purple this morning too in Clobberin. So thank you, man. Yep, it was great being on Midnight's Edge. Steve Mitchum, what's up, brother? Oh, well, there you go. There's a challenge. Rabbit Test says Janet from Another Planet is the worst movie ever made. I don't remember watching that. I know of it.
Oh, I don't think I saw it either, but I know the movie he's talking about.
Yeah, Janet, I've heard of that. Yeah, I've heard of it, but
which automatically makes it terrible.
Are you still on the headphone thingies? Because now I'm echoing.
Are you?
Weird. Yeah, weird. I don't know. But if someone else is hearing it, then I'll deal. It's weird because it wasn't doing that.
That's strange.
It just started. Did you do something different?
No.
Okay. Well, there you go. Here we go. Phantom Outsider. Legend of the Lone Ranger could have and should have been so much better. It was accurate. It was accurate with the character, but the dubbing made it all. A lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
But the weird part about that is a lot of the people were dubbed in that movie. It had a really awful soundtrack. I guess most of the movie had to be redubbed. Of course, when a movie's shot on location like that outdoors, a lot of it is redubbed. But the entire soundtrack has kind of a redub quality to it from everybody. It's really strange. But I'll admit something. I think I went to the theater like 15 times and saw that thing in '81.
Wow.
And I've seen it countless times since then. I mean, it's just one of those movies you love. I mean, it looks beautiful. It's shot. It just looks fantastic. Yeah. It's got that great John Barry soundtrack, and I really love it.
Jen, are you saying you're hearing the echo? Because I am. but I can deal with it if you guys are not. So she's saying the words echo. I don't know if you mean you're hearing.
Is it my echo or your echo?
It's mine coming from yours. Mark D with a C. Like I say, it just happens every time. It wasn't doing it. Now it is. Now Snorter Boost is saying echo. You got to give me more than if you're just saying it. Is it happening? Everyone's just saying echo. You are hearing an echo?
Am I?
No, I'm asking them. You're just saying
echo.
So I don't know. I can hear it. Yes. Thank you, Janet. Let me try something.
Okay.
I'll be right back. What about now? No, still did it. I don't know. Did you do anything different?
No.
I can't understand it. It started.
Let's
see. How about hang up and call back in? Try that. There you go. All right, everyone. He's trying to fix it. 2 mics? No, I don't know. But again, like I say, it wasn't doing that. You there? Hey, you hear me now? What's up, dude? He'll click back in, I guess. We'll see. Sorry about that, everyone. I don't understand it because Mark didn't see. I hear you, bro. Yeah, we had a good time. Don't worry about that, man. But yeah, this always happens with Flash. We'll go a good long time with talking and hanging out, and we're fine. And then it'll start echoing. Now it's funny. Yeah. Well, but Flash isn't with me, even though his icon's still up there. Let's see. Maybe I could edit his mic settings to see what's going on. Well, when he pops back in, yes, Flash used to not have headphones. Now he has them. Flash, can you hear me at all, dude? Oh, there he goes. He's gone now. Maybe so he can pop back in as soon as he pops. We'll try. I mean, good look. It's weird, but like I say, last time this happened, no one else said that. Everyone said they couldn't hear it. So if I'm the only one who has to hear it, I don't care. But you guys. So I don't know. It's weird because it wasn't doing it at first. Well, yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens. Anyway, sorry about that, everyone. Technical stuff. That's why it's just an open stream anyway. And I've been wanting to hang with Flash again for a long time. For those who don't know, for the 11 years and 700 episodes I was over on Blog Talk Radio, and Jabba remembers those days. Flash and I, Carrie Fisher, of course, did many a show together. And I just, we used to do, whenever he was able to make it, I would get him on there. We would talk. We just do open talks, free flowing, geeking out, what have you. And of course, we did a lot of great, fun list shows and things like that. And just, it's always a blast. I always have a fantastic time hanging with him. And I miss hanging with him because we haven't been able to hang that much since I've been over here. He's a busy man, things like that. But whenever we get a chance, try to get him on. So there we go. And no, we never had those issues on BTR, but it's kind of a different thing. BTR, I did my BTR show. I didn't do it with StreamYards. I did it with Skype. And there were issues, all right, but not really echoing that much. And on that one, on the BTR one, you could actually call in on your phone. Now, he is linking in through his phone, but I mean, you could actually call in like you're calling in on there was a telephone number that you could call into on that one. Yeah, it was different. And again, the only things I miss about BTR, other than just getting to hang out more all the time when we got to hang out, was that you could play any kind of music you want. There was no video capabilities, but you couldn't put pictures up or anything like that. But you could play any kind of music you wanted. And so there was that. So, there we go. Let's see what's going on here. Yo, buddy. What's happening? Hey, what's happening?
If that's any better.
I don't know. Maybe sometimes it just needs to start over. So could it be StreamYard's doing it? I don't know. But right now I'm not hearing an echo. Everyone, how's it going? Okay. Can you hear me okay? Dude, because I was just telling everybody how much fun we used to have just hanging again. I know you're busy all the time, but whenever I get a chance to have you on, I just, been dying to have you back on again.
Oh, yeah, I enjoy it.
I miss those days, bro. And like I say, but I think one time when the echo started, it was everyone else said they couldn't hear it. So if that's the case, then I can live with it. Any chance to get a, to hang out and stuff. So, but right now I'm not hearing it. Yeah, as Jobber says, and I was telling Purple about this the other night. Thank you so much, Snort. BTR had a lot of glitches. I remember when you had to shut down the stream a few times and start again later that night. Yes. Oh, look, it was. Thanks, Pat. Appreciate that, brother. The great Pat. Yes.
It was brutal.
Yeah, and I was talking to because of that crap that happened the other night with my internet. I was talking to Purple about it. I told her a little bit about, and again, I know she was shocked, and I know you were all shocked who heard this, that I might have got a little bit grumpy a couple of times on BTR when all that was happening. I know I was a jazz rating though, right? I never got angry and lost my temper, did I?
Yeah, you absolutely did.
But what, you going to just drop me right into the grease? Run the bus right over me?
I'm not that good of a liar. Let's rephrase that. Let's not say liar. Let's say diplomatic.
Yeah, you're not a diplomat. No. The best diplomat I know is a fully loaded phaser bank. Anyway, give me the episode, everyone. Go ahead.
I don't know if I had as many glitchy problems as you did, but man, it sure seemed to plague you.
There were times when I just
you would just shut it down.
We just shut it down and said, "This is crap," and you couldn't even go on.
No,
dude, there were so many friggin' problems on BTR. So many times we just, and again, I guess I like StreamYard, so other people have complained about it. But it's not perfect. Nothing is. YouTube and StreamYards have been way, way back. I've had far, far less problems. Now, last night, for example, however, I was on. I hosted Loki's. No, that's I believe it's Taste of Armageddon, Mark D. I hosted Loki's comic book roundtable, and right after that, YouTube went nuts, and everyone else with the stream for a couple hours with their buffering, and they had to shut down the streams for and there were tons. It gets crowded out there on YouTube. It's crowded tonight. It's crowded every weeknight now, with a bunch of my wonderful good friends all doing streams and stuff, and we overlap and stuff like that, which is no biggie. But a lot of them were just couldn't, their streams had to stop. They interrupted their streams, just started buffering. But for the most part, and you have a lot of problems with YouTube for other things, but it's nowhere near like those old days of BTR, man. It
was primitive. Yeah, I don't remember having a tremendous amount of technical problems, but I remember I always had like weird problems with the audience. I think I'm pretty sure I've told you about this before, but it seemed like every show I would do, there was this caller who would call in, and he always knew when I was on, and I was never sure if it was legitimate or if he was trolling me, but he would call in, and no matter who the guest was, he would always ask them if they liked to finger paint. And they, whoever would be on that night would go along with it, and they would either say, "Oh, well, I'm not much of an artist," or they would humor the guy. But I wasn't sure if I was being trolled because he had this voice to where, and I'm not making fun of him. I'm just doing this to let people know what it sounded like. But he would call in and he would say, "Do you like to finger paint?"
Oh,
And I'm like, I'm not sure if there's something wrong with the guy or if he's trolling me. And I
yeah.
never did figure it out. It's one of those mysteries. And
Yes.
but he got me every time. He would nail me every time. And it was super uncomfortable. I wouldn't know what to do with it. And then you just moved on.
Because you don't know if
it didn't happen. Yeah, I'm like
one who's got a problem. And,
I don't know if he was just he really enjoyed the show or if he was trolling me. So I don't know which one it was. Either way, he was a regular.
I used to like if you remember, I used to like the rate trolls. When I get somebody on, they would come on.
Fun.
I would love it when they would after they would do their stick, and I would go, you know what, that was pretty good. Wow, or that and suck, dude. You could do way better than that.
Yeah, there were some good ones.
Well, I guess it was a haven for, because there was everyone who does. If you're not familiar with Blog Talk Radio, their live streams for especially if you're at the premium, the normal like premium level, you stream live for 2 hours, then you could go a little bit extra than that, and it'll store it later, but you actually get the stream live for 2 hours,
right.
Record, voice wise. And
it was a legitimate studio too when it worked.
Yeah, it was nice little studios. I kind of liked it. And the thing is, you could, there were hundreds, and I guess that's why this is glitchy. There were hundreds and hundreds of shows on you name the topic. You could look in that topic list. There was probably a show in there about biting your nails.
Probably.
If you were interested in biting your nails, somebody may have been doing a show on it.
And there would be really big names on there too. You never knew who would be on there. Like there were. I remember one night somebody had Obama on there. I'm like, wow, how the hell did you get Obama for a Blog Talk Radio podcast?
Yeah, a lot of these. Yeah, they had a lot of big names on there. The time back in I think 2012 when I did my Star Trek True: The Wrath of Khan anniversary thingy, whatever it was. The Blog Talk Radio people themselves saw that I'd scheduled it, and they kept sending me stuff like they were excited about it, and they even listened and stuff. Sometimes they would actually contact me and say, "We like that topic. We want to watch and listen. We'll help you promote it." Cool. Sometimes. And sometimes there were big names, people going on there, because again, there were normal podcasts where people would record it and then, put them on that's what they did. You record it and they put it on a website or whatever. But this was a little bit different. It was similar principle but it would stream live, and then later, even if you went a little over, and then it would be in your archive forever, unless you have one removed, like they did in one of my early shows. But anyway, so yes, it was a lot of fun. By the way, incidentally, along those lines, I forgot to mention, and I forgot to do a shout out. I meant to the other night. And I'm so sorry. Dan Hadley with the Spacebook podcast. Everyone, he has a podcast that he puts out on iHeartRadio, iTunes, and all these other ones, and he has the YouTube channel where he puts it on there eventually. Was so nice. He called me, and we had we did an interview, a pre-recorded interview this past Sunday morning for his podcast. I was a big shout out to Dan. I apologize for forgetting about it Monday night. I think I may have mentioned it for a minute, but I mentioned it. I can think I mentioned it, but I should have mentioned it again. So here I am, and I'm going to let everyone, I love the show Blake 7. It's one of my all-time favorite things. I love it almost near on the level of how much I love Star Trek and Doctor Who, and I never get a chance to talk about it that much. And so I want to thank Dan. He is, of course, a wonderful chap from across the pond. That is a British show, but he wanted to talk to someone with a perspective of what the show was over here in the States in the 80s, because now no one cares about it. And he had another gentleman on there. He wanted to talk about that, because very few Americans, it's not even available on DVD over here now. But I dearly love the show on a level with how much I love Star Trek and Doctor Who. And I never get a chance to talk about it that much. So I was thrilled to get to do that with Dan and the other gentleman that I got to meet there. And so big shout out to him, to Dan Hadley. I believe the channel is the Spacebook. And when that comes out, I don't know if any of you even care about Blake 7, but I will let you know when it does. So, a good buddy, Mark D with the CSIS, he never even heard of BTR till I mentioned it.
Really?
A lot of people hadn't, I guess.
It's huge at one time.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, I guess, and it's still there.
And you know, I'm going to say something at the risk of sounding like an arrogant douchebag, and I'm not being, because you and I mean, well, me anyway, was small time. I did
We both were small.
sporadically. Yeah,
We
well,
both were.
I was really small time. I was inconsistent with with days, and I really only did it when I had somebody lined up, because I, nobody was tuning in to hear my stupid ass. They were tuning in to who I had on there. So I would just schedule around somebody. So I was pretty small. So I'm not necessarily talking about myself, but in a way I am kind of talking about myself. BTR became big off of our backs. You know what I mean? You and I and the people who did a million shows. Whether you did a million shows or whether you did 10 shows or whether you did 3 shows or whatever, they became huge off of our backs. And then they charged us. And I'm like, you bastards, you creeps, you utter jerks. We meaning that community made BTR big, and then they started charging us. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And it wasn't cheap. It was not cheap.
No.
And that's when I walked away, and I'm like, I'm not paying to do this. I'm not paying you to for my time. You know what I mean? That's when I walked away, and I've been thinking about coming back to YouTube, maybe after the playoffs are over, but because I do miss it.
You should.
It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun, and I do miss doing it. And I'm thinking about some retooling on some things, but I do want to come back at some point, and I will be coming to YouTube. I just don't know when. But that really pissed me off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You did countless shows. I didn't do many. I under 100. But it's a lot of work. You know what I mean? It's not easy. It's not like you just turn on the microphone and you just blather like an idiot.
Well, I did, but yeah, most people don't.
But especially if you had a guest, you got to go through the booking, contacting the booking, setting things up, and it's not easy. It's not easy.
No.
And people think it is, but it's really not. And they became big. They became huge off of us. Not me and you necessarily. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about that entire community. And they're like, okay, thank you. Now you're going to have to pay us. I'm like, you bunch of creeps.
Well, at least
you bunch of jerks.
That was why, when that happened around 2011-ish or something like that. I got together with, for a while there, Kim and Decker and myself. Then when Kim quit, it was just at least it was half the cost. I split with Decker for 10 years or whatever. So there's that at least.
Well, you didn't have an alternative though. If you did, you probably would have left there, right?
A couple of years before I came over here, which is a little less than a year ago now. As you remember, it was just a year ago we did my last show, the big final show, episode 700. But
was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was bittersweet, but we did that. But it's when they started that. I don't know. Like I say, for a couple of years there, my son was bugging me to move. For about 2 years or so before I moved to YouTube, my son was saying, "You need to go to YouTube." And I don't listen. He was right. I don't know where I would be right now if I had done it. I should have done it. I just was being lazy. It was easy and convenient to do BTR, but I got bad with my schedule. I got lazy with that schedule. So I was like, no one's listening anyway. What the hell? I'm just gonna let's go on tonight. Let's go on tonight. I just throw it up there. I would holler at you, say, "Hey, Flash, I'm gonna go on tonight." And when you could make it, yeah, sure, whatever, Sure. I did topics sometimes. I didn't do a lot of structure, a lot of topics toward the end there. I just said, let's just talk. And now I like to. Here you need to be regimented. You need to have topics for the most part. Tonight we're not doing that, but I mean, for the most part, you should have topics. You should have a purpose. You should have a direction. I think.
Sure.
And my buddy, my great pal, Pat S says, "Hey," and there you go. He says, when he comes back, we'll all sub. So there you go. I'll get everybody to sub to you. You get, you'll get rolling if we ever decide to do that channel. Absolutely. It was you, and I mentioned this. I was talking to somebody just the other day. Remember, it was you that got Nicholas Hammond to come on, Spider-Man from the 70s, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, he's a great guy.
That was can you believe that was 2012?
A while ago. It was for some anniversary, wasn't it?
It was the Spider-Man's 50th anniversary.
50th, that's right.
Yeah.
I will never forget. I will never forget the night that you and Carlos were doing the Batman thing.
Lauren Lester,
And I'm like, oh my God, I gotta contact that. Because that's the great thing about the internet. These people, you and I have both been fortunate to meet a lot of interesting people. And thankfully, I still talk to these people. We've become, we're not best buds or anything, but we're friendly. And I'm like, it's kind of a big deal. It was like when it was your 500th show or something like that. And
something like that, probably. Yeah,
it was something like that. Yeah.
No, it was Batman animated series. Remember, we were celebrating the Batman animated series.
So I got in contact. I'm like, I got to see if Lauren will come on. So I sent him a message, and he was so nice. He immediately responded. He's like, sure. He's like, sounds like fun. Let me know what time. So I told him when to do it, and it could not have been timed any better.
It was perfect.
Because you and Carlos at that exact point were talking about Robin. And
and remember,
he called in, and you guys didn't recognize his voice at first, and it was so great. That was that was so much fun.
Yeah, because you were selling it. You were.
It was so fun.
It was either that or it was some kind of anniversary, but I think it may have been Batman animated series or something to do with the Batman and the TV show. It was one of those.
Yeah.
And it was a Batman thing. But yeah, he popped in and that voice comes in. And like you said, because Carlos was in the middle of telling some dopey story about cosplaying at some con or something.
Yeah.
And then this voice comes on. You said, here's our guest. And he said, wait a minute, I want to hear what happened at that. He wanted to hear the end of the story. Yeah. And I'm like, whoa. And for those who don't know, Flash is referring to the actor, a well-known character actor, Lauren Lester, who did the voice of Robin, amongst other things in his career, amongst the voice of Robin on Batman the Animated Series. And of course, we fanboyed all over it right there, Carlos and myself, because we both love Batman the Animated Series. And so it was really fun.
Yeah.
And we appreciated it too. And again, it was great of him to come on there, just as it was really cool that you got Nicholas Hammond on there.
Yeah, both of them just super nice.
Oh yeah, we had. I don't know. Do you remember? I know you weren't there for it, but you may have heard. Do you remember we had Billy Vera?
I've heard about this. I have heard about this.
Well, that was mostly.
But they may not have. So please revisit.
Well, those who do not know, Billy Vera had a band in the 80s, and he was also. I knew a little bit about that, but I only really knew him from a film he was in. One of my all-time favorite films was, of course, The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension, in which he had a small role. But he was also well known for what's that song he did for that was on Family Ties?
Oh, was that him?
Yeah, he did that song that was famous on there. Not the theme.
Oh, not the theme. Oh, okay, yeah.
It was that love song thing.
Right.
What's the name of that song?
Oh God, I don't remember.
Someone of mine. Billy Vera and the Beaters was the name of.
Yeah, that was the band. Yeah.
Was that what it's called? Wherever You Go. Hey, the Ginger Ninja. Is that the name of it, Pat? Anyway, Billy Vera and the Beaters.
I heard the song, but
what was funny about that show was, I got Kim and Claude, and at this moment, okay, yeah. I remembered it was on Family Ties, and it was, of course, it was a big hit. Are you running, Janet? Oh my goodness! Well, it was lovely to see you. Hang here. I hope you have a wonderful night. Elagabulas, good to see you there, brother, and good night, Snort. Sort of poopus. Appreciate you, brother. So, Billy Vera was a real cool dude. But I got to tell you, I didn't know a lot about his music. And Claude, it was all over.
Right.
Well, you got to ask him this. I said, dude, he pushed for this, by the way. And I said, well, that's really cool that he's in Buckaroo Banzai, but I'm going to feel like an idiot because I don't know everything there is to know about him. and you and Kim do, you know, his music, you know. So I said, look, this is only going to work if I sit back and I'll talk and I'll handle the hosting, but you two are going to have to help me out here.
Sure.
And they did, and it was a fun time. And I'm like, look, I don't know. I hate to say it, but you guys do. If you want to have them on, you're going to have to help me out, because they were the ones that pushed me for it. I was no problem with it.
Right.
Because the guy was in Buckaroo Banzai, and I love the movie. So, you know, there you go. But it was fun, though. It turned out great, and he was a cool dude. So, and have a great night, Janet. Thank you so much. So, yeah, look, again, we had a lot of fun over there, geeking out, and a lot of times it was just, yeah, I would, and I've told this, by the way, to a lot of people, who said, like, I don't feel like doing a show tonight. And all this. I used to do it all the time. I don't feel like doing a show tonight. I don't feel like it. Yeah. And there were times when I didn't, as you know. Janet, I'm on Discord, but I don't use it that much. I was using it tonight over there, hanging out with Doomcock and the gang, but I need to check it more often. But I am on there as Ben J. Grimm or some Ben J. Grimm something or other. But so I would, and then I would do it anyway. And I was like, I don't feel like doing it. And then, boom. After a while, mainly because of you and, of course, our friends hanging out in the chat, it just got rolling, had a good time. At the time I got done, I was so glad I did it. Was it earth-shattering? That it was? No, it's just I had a lot of fun.
Sure.
And that's the bottom line about all of this. I just had a great night.
Yeah, there were several times in the BTR days where I was like, ugh, if I hadn't arranged this already, I would cancel tonight. I just don't feel like doing it. And then as soon as you start, you're in it. Yeah, as soon as you start. And then as soon as you end it, you're like, okay, when's the next one?
Yeah.
Who said yes? You check your email. Who said yes?
It happened to me all the time. So that's what I've been telling.
Dumb enough to say yes.
Yep. And, you know, I've been telling everybody because I've had a couple of friends. I made a lot of great new friends. Dude, I made so many fantastic new friends here on YouTube. And again, I don't have a lot of YouTube experience other than like here, but I have experience doing what we're doing. And I try to tell a lot of them, I say, well, you know, when they say I don't feel, I might not do it this week, or I might, you know, because it's come up a few times with a couple people. I said, look, you might think you don't want to do it, but you need to, first of all, you need to stay kind of regimented to something of a schedule.
Right.
You got to do that. And if you treat it like a commitment, you might not feel like it, but then once you get started, because this is all about fun, chances are you're going to probably have fun. And by the way, if you're not having fun doing this, stop it right now. Don't do it.
My wife did one show. She did one broadcast.
Oh, really?
Cool. Yeah, one. She did a show with, I'm blanking on his name, Herc Sauls, who was part of the movement with the West Memphis 3 case. Are you familiar with this?
I can't say that I am for sure.
Yeah, but it was murders that took place in.
I think I sort of do remember it now.
In Arkansas, and these 3 guys went to prison for it, and there was a movement to have them released, and they were the subject of a documentary called Paradise Lost, which if nobody's seen these documentaries, you should watch them. They're really riveting. But to make a long story short, there was a movement after these documentaries that these guys are innocent. You know, one's on death row, and the other 2 have life sentences. You know, and they're innocent. You know, they were railroaded. It was satanic panic, and she was heavily invested in it at that time. We both were, but she took it to a level to where because I was having such a good time doing broadcasting, she wanted to do it, and she lined it up, and I showed her how to get set up and ready to go. And right before showtime, she got cold feet. She's like, I can't do this. I'm like, what? You've got this lined up. This guy's going to be calling. She's like, I can't do it. And I'm like, yeah, you can do it. And she's like, I can't. You're going to have to do it. And I'm like, but he's expecting you. And she's like, yeah, but you do this all the time. You know, you talk to him. I'm like, okay, I think you're making a big mistake, but okay. And then right before I got ready to bring him on to, bring everything up, she changed her mind. She's like, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And she was phenomenal. She was amazing. She was so good. But she walked away and she never did another one. But she was phenomenal. She was terrific. And she had a good time, but that was enough. She was like, no, I got it out of my system. I think she just wanted to do it. And she was phenomenal. She was amazing. And she never did another one, which was kind of a waste. Kind of sad about that.
Well, yeah. But I mean, if she didn't enjoy
her, because she's at the beach right now, so whatever.
What?
Yeah, she's out of town this week. She and her sister took a road trip, so they're at the beach, and they're in Oak Island, North Carolina.
So do you think she just stopped because she just didn't like it? Did she feel like it was a pressure type thing?
I think she liked it, I think she liked it, but it was almost like it was just something she wanted to try. You know what I mean? I think it's just something she wanted to try, and I think she liked it, but that was enough. She kind of got it out of her system, but she was fantastic. She was great. She has a lovely voice. She has that radio voice, but she never did it again. She did one and walked off, and it's kind of a shame. I think she could have done really well.
Huh. Well, I mean, there you go. You don't think she enjoyed it that much, probably, though, maybe. Could that be it? Or?
Oh, no, she had a good time. No, she really enjoyed it. She really enjoyed it, but I think that was enough for her.
Oh, look, there you go. That's fine, but like I say, I think that if you don't enjoy it, even if you are good at it, that's not necessarily something you should be doing. You should be kind of, I don't know. You should probably.
I think her nerves are too much. I think I don't know. I think that nervousness doing that may have been too much. It was borderline anxiety. You know what I mean? That's how intense it got. And I'm like,
okay.
I don't know what the big deal is. Because my shtick was interviews, and I would contact celebrities and do interviews with them. Now I'm one of those people. I don't get starstruck. I just don't. So they're just people to me. You know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. It's just somebody I'm talking to. And I'm not saying she was starstruck, but it was anxiety. It was that I don't have that anxiety that she does. You know what I mean? I don't get that worked up over it. But she does. I think it's a public speaking thing. And I'm like, but nobody's looking at you. And she was like, well, stay in here with me. I'm like, no, you don't want me in here. Trust me, because you don't want somebody behind you because it makes you uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It makes you uncomfortable. Sure. It's a private thing. You want to do it by yourself. You want to close yourself into a room and do it by yourself. You don't want somebody just hovering around there. So I think maybe it was just that anxiety thing. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, look, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with public speaking or anything. So maybe that's why it's easier for me. But I think she does. So
yeah,
I think maybe that's what kept her away.
Well,
to go through that anxiety again.
We know how shy I am, so I'm the same way. I mean, I can't, I have a serious problem, so I'm the same way. I can. I'm pretty shy. I'm embarrassed right now. I mean, that's pretty different. So, well, you know what? What can you do? Eli Gabillas, thank you. I appreciate it. We're working on the subs. I've been having crazy problems with my my sub count here. It went up, shot through the roof last week, and then dropped 200 again. And I don't know. YouTube, and by the way, did anyone with a channel out there see what YouTube came along last week and said we have fixed the problem of people seeing inaccurate sub counts on their page? No, you're just wiping subs. That is crap. Oh, I'm sorry. They're going to hear that and scrub it.
Wiping subs?
Well, yeah, just, your subscriptions. Like, they're just totally taking subscriptions away.
Oh.
Yeah. So, by the way, I take it back. I love YouTube, and I totally did not just say that, so please don't think.
We love you, YouTube.
Everybody says that to BTR all the time. I always pretend they were listening.
Yeah.
And I don't think YouTube really listens that much.
Oh yeah, they did.
But BTR did.
They sure did. Oh yeah, I thought you meant BTR. Yeah, BTR. You would see them pop in once in a while. You're like, oh, the boss is here.
Yeah, they're looking in like, are you
Remember
guys
that?
being
You'd
bad?
see it pop up. You'd see it pop up in your chat. You're like, oh, the boss is here.
Oh
Mind
yeah.
your P's and Q's.
Yep.
Shape up.
behave yourself.
Everybody looks busy.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And we did. We behaved ourselves all the time. Did we? Well,
yeah.
I don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
They were still. Every time I yelled and screamed at them, though, and called them and said all kind of really filthy things about them, they never caught us there. They didn't do it. They never did anything about it.
See, your show was my release point. That was my release point because I would try to be all professional on mine, because you've got a guest on, so you're like, watch your language.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Watch your language. And I have a really bad mouth. I mean, really, really, really bad. I can control it when I need to, but not on Clobberin time. Boy, we used to let it roll.
Yeah, and
Goodfellas.
Oh God, yeah. And by the way, you can do that here, but you get demonetized.
I
but
know,
I'm not monetized.
I know, but
wow,
you never know who you might offend in the audience by certain words. So don't watch the F-bombs.
Jobber got the quote there. Behave yourselves.
Behave yourselves.
Although he said yourself, but yes. Or was it yourselves? Yeah. Anyway, you're right. You're right, Jobber. I'm old. Did you say something earlier, Elagabalus, about how Peter Weller is a teacher now? Is that true?
Did I say that?
No, Elagabalus did.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Did I see that right, Elagabalus? Because I was trying to, but Paulie's on now, and I'm wrenching for him.
I would take that class.
Hell yeah! Is he teaching history or something? What's the deal with that?
Teaching how to be a badass.
Yeah, I mean, Peter Weller, and again, you mentioned we won't mention Star Trek Into Dumbness because that's filth. But look, the guy's got to make a living, so it's fine. But I mean, he's in my opinion, two of the greatest movies ever made. And that's, of course, RoboCop. And in the first RoboCop, and of course, Buckaroo Banzai. Although I do like the second RoboCop, I'm just saying. I think the first one's a lot better. I really do like the second. I'm just saying I like the first one better.
I do too. Oh, me too. Yeah, but I like the second one. Yeah. I even like the third one.
Robert Burke or whatever. I don't know if I watched all of the third one. I think it was just sort of, this is not Peter Weller. I'm not there.
Right. I like it.
Oh yeah. He flies in that one, then, doesn't he?
Yeah, briefly.
They fly now. So, oh crap! But
Peter Weller also did a movie called Firstborn.
Yes, 80s.
Plays a really great villain in that. You just want to punch him.
Yes. Yes. He's what else is something? I mean, he was in The Naked Lunch, which is weird. This Cronenberg thing, that's crazy. I don't know. I'm trying to think. What else? What's a big one he was in?
Gosh.
Midnight's Edge was promoting a new doc called The Future of Tomorrow about 80s sci-fi. Oh, and they had a clip of Weller talking about RoboCop and Leviathan. Yeah, Leviathan I thought was terrible.
I don't think I've seen it.
I went to the theater to see it. That's how smart I am. Ugh. It was right when, the script for, I like The Abyss, even though it had problems here and there, but there were like all these, there were a few Abyss ripoffs that were ripoffs in the sense that script was around, and they, some cheap ripoffs got put out, before The Abyss came out. So, it was like The Abyss Leviathan and Deep Star 6. But he was in Leviathan, and I thought it was terrible. But I went because it was Peter Weller, you know.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Weller was also one of the main villains in season 24. In a season of 24, was he on 24? I watched every season. I don't remember Weller being on there. Jobber, are you sure he was on 24? Damn, no.
Hi, Jobber. I don't know. I've never watched 24.
No, look, Jobber's got a way better memory than me, so
He does.
He's got a great memory. So, but
He's
everybody,
like Wikipedia.
Yeah, of course, that's not like saying much. With my memory, that's not saying much, buddy. Jobber was on Sons of Anarchy. I didn't see Sons of Anarchy.
I'm surprised Jobber doesn't say, "Hey, dude, tomorrow's your wife's birthday. Don't forget."
Oh,
yeah, remembers everything.
Is it tomorrow?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
Remember the time I sang her? You made me sing the birthday song to her.
Yeah, she loved it.
For those who don't know the birthday song, I think I did it. Man, I don't know if I've done it over here, but yeah.
You would definitely not be monetized if you did it on here.
Yeah. I don't feel comfortable singing it to a lady. I sing it to my friends who are, dudes, and it doesn't matter. And, and then I did it to you a couple times, and Matt, I think, or whatever. And then you had me, and I was like, "Are you sure?" I was really uncomfortable to sing that song to a lady, but you made me do it. So if she enjoyed it, that's all that matters. So right?
Yeah, trust me. If you knew her, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'll do it."
Yes, but that's the only time I've ever sang that song to a lady. So what can you do? By the way, let's see. Well, what else is going on? We're gonna wrap it up in a few minutes here, folks. But I was gonna ask Flash, since we haven't hung out for a while, dude, what's going on with the pins? Because I know that's your big concern right now. You guys in the playoffs. I know we have a few friends here who are hockey fans.
Chief concern.
Yes.
Series is tied one game apiece.
And who then they are playing? Because
I don't even playing the Islanders.
I haven't told you I don't even have TV. I don't even have TV anymore, so I have no way to watch anything. I got rid of it all. But good.
Yeah, we're playing the Islanders right now in round 1. So game 2 was last night. It was a nail biter. Game 3 is tomorrow, so I'll be at Permanente Brothers tomorrow for game 3.
Nice.
But this is my time of the year, man. It's like my Christmas.
Yeah, you like those playoffs.
Oh, love it.
I'm so jealous. Well,
I'm
jealous.
telling you, man.
I'm jealous.
There's nothing like being at Permanente Brothers for the playoffs. It's it's just electric. It's so much fun. Yeah,
I do know the feeling of loving a sports team, and I mean, I had it for 50 years until last year, and I lost it. So I'm glad that you still have it, and I'm glad your sport wasn't destroyed. I'm proud. I'm happy for you on that because it feels like crap. So I'm glad, and you will never know that, which is good. But yeah, and I'm glad you guys are in the playoffs. I think. By the way, Jobber. Sorry, Jobber. I don't know if your team is still in there or not. Are they a
Blackhawks fan?
Yeah, he's a Blackhawks fan. That's right. And are the Rangers in it? Because Mark D's a Rangers guy.
The Rangers are not.
Or not. He said, "Let's go Rangers." Oh well. Maybe he means figuratively speaking. But he is a Rangers guy. So there you go. And I don't know if
in our division, it's the Capitals. The Boston Bruins. The Capitals are playing the Bruins, and we are playing the Islanders. And I'm saying, go Bruins, beat the Capitals, so we don't have to face them. Not that I'm afraid of them, but I hate that team so much. I don't even like watching them. There's so many unlikable bastards on that team that I hate. And because of the realignment this year, because of the shortened season and the travel restrictions, we kept playing the same teams over and over and over again this year. And it was a little bit monotonous seeing the Capitals so much this year. So I really don't want to see them again. So go Bruins. Never thought I would say that. Go Bruins. But
wow.
Here's the thing. I'm supposed to hate the Bruins being a Penguins fan, but I don't. I'm supposed to hate the Flyers. I don't. Um, the Flyers Penguins rivalry is pretty much just over. Nobody really cares about it anymore. Um, but I despise the Washington Capitals. So if the Bruins could do me a favor and give them a first round elimination, I would deeply appreciate it.
Well, there you go. Listen, that's one of the fun things about sports is you get to hate other, not just love your team. Sports hatred is so much fun. And
Yeah.
you get to laugh at teams you hate, to get their asses kicked or what have you. So
Yeah. Yeah, man, this is my time of the year. I've been a Pens fan my entire life, my whole life, and seen 5 cups, and I want one more. I want another one.
Well, I mean, you've had a lot of good success, so
Yeah.
of late. I mean, you got 2, didn't you? You had back-to-back champs, right? So
Yeah. Yep.
2 years ago.
Twice. Did it with Mario and did it with Crosby.
Yep. That'll never happen in the NFL. Well, of course, the NFL doesn't exist anymore. What am I saying? But yeah.
And then when the hockey season ends, I'll be muskie fishing as much as I can and doing some cabin construction, and I'll be popping in here once in a while.
Well, dude, always great to have you, and I appreciate you, man.
It's always great to be here.
Dude, I just look, we need to do another time, but we're just screwing around tonight. But we need to do another topic. Let's see. Didn't we have one thought? Jobber? Did we think of one recently?
Yeah,
we did.
Jobber.
The last, job. This is Jobber. This is Jobber's job, helping us come up with
dropping the ball, Jobber.
We pay Jobber the big bucks.
Jobber's like, yeah, bullshit.
Okay, we pay Jobber the no bucks, but still.
Yeah, we give
pay
Jobber the no prize.
We pay him. We pay him compliments.
We pay him with kindness.
Yes.
We pay him with love.
Yes, we pay Jobber the big bucks. So Jobber,
thanks for nothing.
What's a good before we get out of here, let's everyone look. Hey, JT Kirk, good to see you. If anyone has an idea, for those who don't know, one of the fun things we used to do is our top 25 all-time favorite countdown of so-and-so.
And Claude loves them.
And Claude loves them. We do them just for minutes.
He loves them. He looks forward to them.
We did our worst movies already. Well, we did our most hated movies. That's more fun. We did that, buddy. Remember, Jobber, you were here. What would be, dude? We did so many. We did but you know what? You know what though? That was a long time ago. We haven't done it here. It's reboot time. So if you could think of some of the ones that we had a good time doing over there, fuck it, we'll bring them back.
Yeah, Jobber would know. Dealer's choice.
What's one of those old ones we did? We can't. No, you know what? By the way, I can never bring the soundtracks one over here. You can't do it. I was going to download it here.
Copyright.
Oh yeah, you get smoked.
That was a good one.
And that was the best one we ever did as far as like Tex. Tex went out of his. I mean, it was just sensational. He did fantastic producing that one and putting that together. Fantastic. And I had a blast doing all of them. We've done all right. What did we do? We've done some Trek and we did some stuff. I remember how about top 25 Trek episodes. We've done that one a couple times. I'm trying to think what would be a good. We've done.
We also did worst.
We've done worst. We've done movies. But a long time ago. You want to just do something simple like our top favorite movies or something?
Sure, we'll do that. That's an easy one.
Yeah, just easy. Yeah, or you might
probably
change a little bit.
Changed since we did it.
It might. Yeah, because we did it. We did the top 25 movies that we hate the most.
Yeah. All right, we'll roll with that. Love.
So we should do. Yes, we should do our top 25 favorite. I mean, yeah, because there's one I want to do. There's a special one. Michael with Retro Blasting and I, we did one once. Our top 25 80s movies, which was interesting. But you and I did movies.
Right.
You want to just do movies in general? And, then we could look. then we could look at how silly my list is, because there'll be probably nothing from the 21st century. I'm shocker. How geeky my damn list is.
And mine will be the opposite. There'll be hardly anything old on there.
Oh no, you won't have much. You're not going to have much in this century either. I don't think, probably, if I remember right. Maybe you will.
Probably not.
Yeah,
but but there's certain decades you're not going to see me. I'm sorry. I hate that.
I know.
There's a handful of exceptions, but if it's an old movie, I'm like, nope. If it's 30s, 40s, 50s, something like that, I'm like, no thanks.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, everyone, I tell you what, what's in Clobby's bin of comics purchase regrets? Whoa, that's what, you know what, Elagabalus, I don't know about that one, but I'm going to write it down just in case if I have to think about it. Maybe that would be a good idea. Good thinking.
What was it?
What is in Clobby's, everybody calls me Clobby now, dude. That's the name we didn't have over there. That's the new to YouTube. And it's my fault. I came out with it. But what it's in my bin of comic purchase regrets. Interesting. I don't know. Let's see here. JT Kirk says Clobberin Times, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, Peter J. I do love those Lord of the Rings films. I mean, I don't know, but 25 is a short list. Did we do cartoons, or you went on much of a cartoon? I know Matt and I did. You didn't do cartoons.
No, I did not.
You're not one who would pick 25 cartoons really that much.
I don't think I could come up with 25.
Remember when we did movie characters, or was it movie and TV characters combined, or was it just movie characters? Or we did TV characters. TV characters
I think it was combined.
But I think TV characters needs to be by itself.
Yeah.
So that's one we could do, because I want to get back to, obviously, you're busy and you got the playoffs going on, but I want to get back to doing that. So you want to set it for the next time you have a Wednesday night that's not a playoff night.
Yeah, we can do that.
And you probably, since you didn't have one this week, I bet you'll have one. I bet next Wednesday will be playoffs.
Let me think.
That's what it usually goes.
Game 3's tomorrow. Game 4 is Saturday. Now we'll go to Game 5 because it's tied. That'll probably be Monday. Oh, well, it's travel. I don't know. They haven't set the dates for those yet. They haven't set any dates beyond Game 4 because they don't unless it's needed.
If you want to wait till after
somebody
the playoffs,
could get swept. Oh, that's a long time, dude. There's 4 rounds.
Oh, well, next time
we'll squeeze it in. Yeah, we'll squeeze it in somewhere.
If you give me enough notice, the next time you got a Wednesday, because Wednesday's the optimal time to do it, because Monday is the comic show. That's set in stone. Wednesday could be anything. It could be open, silly crap like we're doing now, or it could be a topic. And that's the only flexible topic show. Thursday's Global Geek Gang in the daytime, Saturday night's Trek.
We'll put it in somewhere because there's 4 best of 7 rounds, so it's going to be a while.
All right, next time you're give me if you could give me like 4 to 5 days notice, and know you're not going to be having a game. All right, everyone. So coming soon, to be determined date on a Wednesday night near you, folks. We're going to flash it on. We'll do our top 25 all-time favorite movies.
There we go. Set. Make sure you tell Claude.
Yeah, because Claude hates lists. I think he likes Brahms though. Movies. So I got to remember to make that list. Okay, everyone, some show notes before we get. And by the way, any of you who are not busy, let's see here. If you need looking for a stream, I'm a big fan not only of the great Latino Slant and Paulie, my good buddy, who's been my best. He's been my best pal on that I made over here on YouTube. He's the first friend I made here. And what he did to me last week on the Global Geek Gang, I don't know if you're familiar with it. Last week, Flash, on the Global Geek Gang, he came in there and he surprised me with I'm not monetized and I don't ask for tips or any of that kind of stuff like a lot of stream. Not knocking anyone that does. When I could afford it, which is not often, I like to give one here and there. But he puts like a Streamlabs thing and people can give to his PayPal or whatever. He came in. I thought he was just coming in to just bust my balls about something. We were joking around. He popped in Thursday afternoon, last Thursday. and he put up his own personal stream last thing, and asked everybody to donate to me and all this stuff, just because he was saying all these nice things that I can't. You know me, I don't like saying nice things about me. I'd rather say mean things. I'd rather be treated like crap. I just, you know me. And I was so touched. Yes, I was so touched. And I see everyone. I don't have access to who contributed. And Paulie has that, and we raised I think $120 or something like that.
Whoa!
And
Nice.
and over the course of just a short time, we have a really great group on Thursdays, and I intend to thank them all again tomorrow. So I can't single you out and thank you because I don't know everyone, but whoever did, and believe me, you never have to, ever. You don't have to do that. And I was embarrassed by it in that sense because I'm just not the kind that likes to ask for anything, everyone. He did it out of the goodness of his heart because he's a great friend and I love him to death. He's an amazing guy. And he, just like this morning, he called and had me come on the Midnight's Edge. And that's a huge channel and to talk comics and stuff. And I appreciate him. He's just a great dude. And I love Paulie for that. And anyway, everyone who did, look, thank you so much. You'd never have to do that. But because look, you're giving me something every time you pop in this chat. You say hi, and you hang out, or you goof on me, or you joke with me, or you ask a question. You are contributing. You're giving me something. All I need. If you can get super chats, would you read them like Overlord DVD? Yeah, I would read them, and he gets 1 million, and that's tough. Look, Doomcock and Gary, they get so many you can't even keep up. It would be easy. It wouldn't even like be a chore. I can understand how they miss those sometimes. I give it when I can give a Doom chat, a super chat to one of them. It takes Doomcock 2 hours to get to your super chat because he's so inundated with those. I'm never gonna have the viewers he has, and I don't need them. But I'm so touched that y'all did this. I'm not getting mushy on you or anything like that, but I just couldn't believe it. I've never asked for anything. So look, and thank you all who did. I'm going to mention it again tomorrow. You are giving me something right now. Every name I'm seeing there, you are giving me something. You're showing up, you're hanging out, you're being my pal, you're being my friend, and I wish I could talk to every one of you all the time. The best I can do is talk to you through here. And I appreciate you so much when you ask a question or when you put a joke in there, or even when you're and if I'm concentrating and I don't get to see all the chat sometimes, when you're in there chatting with everyone else and having a good time, hey, you're giving me something right there. And I appreciate the sub and all that stuff too, but and the like, click, all that stuff, that's fantastic and great too. But you're giving me something just by showing up and hanging out with me. That's why we do it. That's why I always do it. And if you're not doing it for that reason, and look, that's not a knock on anyone monetizing. I'll get monetized one day, maybe not. But that's not the point. If it happens, great. If not, great. That's not why I started the thing. And if it ever stops being fun, I'm out of here. That's just me. Everyone's different. And I'm just the kind that doesn't like to ask anybody for anything. So I was embarrassed in a good way because I was very touched by that. But you don't never feel like you have to give me anything. You are giving me something right now because you're here. And that's all that matters. And so that's love to all you guys. And I will go into more depth of that tomorrow on the Global Geek Gang because it happened last week on the Global Geek Gang. But for right now, I would ask any of you, if you're still looking to do some, because I'm going to go over there. I'm helping Paulie. I wrench for his stream right now. He's got the great Robert Meyer Burnett on there right now. I'm missing that because I wanted to hang out with Flash and hang out with all you and stuff. And this is my normal time. Paulie just moved to this time slot and stuff. And I couldn't be happier for him because it's a better slot for him. It works out better. So that's great. And I love his channel. He's a great pal. If you guys got nothing going on or whatever, that's a great stream. He's got a good crowd over there right now. Please, listen, I'm trying to find the link. I got to find my link. Okay. I want to find the link. Please go over there and both like and subscribe to his channel and give him a like and everything. And you'll listen because that's, Robert Meyer Burnett. I've actually been honored to have him on one time over here. Thanks to Jed on a Global Geek Gang show we did a while back. Big fan. I love his movie Free Enterprise. And so he's a great guest, great dude. I hope to have him on one day again. And if you guys, if you're not busy, please go give Paulie a watch and a support and a sub if you haven't subbed and everything else, because it's a Latino Slant is a great channel and he's a great dude. And show notes. Let's see here. Yes, again tomorrow the Global Geek Gang assembles. It'll be just kind of we're gonna do a topic soon because those round tables are fantastic. Thank you, Elagabalus. I appreciate you, sir. I'm having so much fun on the Global Geek Gang, and we just hang around and screw around and stuff like that. That's a lot of fun. Hey, I appreciate you. And by the way, Mark D with the C, dude, his and many other great friends' channels are in my description below. He's got it. We had fun streaming with him the other night. He hit 50 subscribers. He's going to get a lot more. Please go and support his channel and all those great channels because they're all really cool people. This is a fantastic, fun place on YouTube. We have a lot of great YouTubers and a lot of fun entertainment there, streaming and just making videos. But tomorrow, the Global Geek Gang gathers. We're going to hang out and have a little fun as we always do. It's fantastic. And we end up getting 10 people. 10 is the limit you can have, by the way, on. And sometimes we get 10 of us in there, and you never know who's going to pop in. They got the core group, of course, and then you never know who's going to pop in, but it's just a lot of fun. And so I want to thank everyone for that. Then, of course, Saturday night, my wonderful first officer, the extraordinary Raquel Briggs, and I will be moving to phase 2 of our review of all things real Star Trek 66 through 05, starting with Star Trek the Animated Series and 5 episodes for that. And I cannot wait. And now I don't have a picture for it, but on Monday night, Mark C. Comics Talk. Hey, Bruce Lombardo, good to see you, buddy. Monday night, Mark C. Comics Talk will be, as you know, a couple of months back, I did my my first episode of the Clobberin Times Mark C. Comic Book Creator Hall of Fame. Creator Hall of Fame, comic book strips. And the first 10, the Pantheon, the first Pantheon of 10. And it's time for the second wave. So the second wave of the Comics Creators Hall of Fame. And of course, this is, of course, like all Hall of Fames, whether it's hockey, like but Flash loves, or whether it's football or whatever. Like all Hall of Fames, this is a very, 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 very complicated and serious process by which all votes are tallied and considered. It's a brutal, we put it to a very fair election to see who gets in the Hall of Fame. And I'm the only voter.
No, you don't.
It's fair. It's me. I'm the only voter, but I'm fair to myself.
Okay.
It's me. I'm the only voter.
Prison rules, whatever.
Yeah. Everyone gets a vote except no one else but me. Clobberin House. Oh, many apologies, Captain, for not being here this past Saturday night. We missed you, buddy. We mentioned you too. We said, "Where's JD Kirk?" But look, it happens, man. Look, dude, we're not. Dude, my transporter signal was stuck in the buffer for hours and could materialize. Well, at least you didn't come out with like extra hands or something like that, bro. So no, hey JD Kirk, we love having you, man. When you're able to make it, my good buddy. And look, make it when you can, like anyone else. We'd love seeing you all here. So anyway, Monday night, 10 new inductees into the Clobberin Times Mark C. Comics Creators Hall of Fame. So that's what we got going on. And then soon to be determined, Flash and I will get together and count down our top 25 all-time favorite movies. And my list will be way geekier than his. Oh, well, dude, any parting remarks?
Nothing I can think of. Real super fast.
Sure.
Kind of excited about the Batman Cape Crusader that they announced. Just because Bruce Timm's involved, so I'm hoping that's good. Whenever that makes its way into existence.
I was actually called, got to go on Midnight's Edge this morning to talk about that. And look, but Bruce Timm is kind of a sellout these days. I'm really kind of disturbed by it. So look, I'm with you. I would hope it's good, but remember, you do know who's in charge of this thing, right? Should I tell you?
I do not.
Jar Abrams, who is
he's probably just getting a check.
No, he got a check all right for $500 million to go screw up stupid ass Warner that was bad enough. So and besides, he's been kind of an ass lately. So Bruce Timm. So look, if it turns out to be good, fantastic, but don't have a lot of hope for it because he's going to revise it. It's being called a reimagining, which is always, in my opinion, a de-imagining. But you know what? But we'll see.
I'm hoping.
But have you seen what that Superman cartoon looks like?
Kind of anime looking thing. No thanks.
Oh boy. So, yeah, so I don't know about all that.
I'm not a big anime fan to begin with.
Yeah.
And it looks very anime. I think the only anime that I liked was Cowboy Bebop, and that was it.
Yeah. Yep. 10 years ago, if you'd said Bruce Timm coming back working on a Batman cartoon, I'm all over it. I'm here. I'm saying, dude, show me where. I was going to say the old take my money thing, but you know what I'm saying. I'd say, I'm in. Go for it. But now, okay. Well, we'll see. So, anyway, I want to thank everyone for being here tonight, and of course, thank the great Flash for hanging with me, brother. Dude, I miss hanging with you, buddy. So thanks. Let's do it again soon. Let's get ready. I'm going to get to work on that list, so we'll be ready. If you want to do it next Wednesday night, and you can, let me know. But if not, whichever one, the next one or the next one, and I'll announce it as soon as we know for sure. So I'm going to get working on that list. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Please, if you're able, go over there and see Paulie and interview with Robert Meyer Burnett. Tell him Clobberin Time sent you, or don't tell him that. It doesn't matter. I'm just kidding. So everyone
have a Jobber sent you.
Tell him Jobber sent you. You can tell, but I don't know if he knows him. So,
everybody knows Jobber.
I want to tell you something right after these credits run, if you don't mind. So hang on one second, if you would, bro.
Okay.
Bottom Outsider, Elagabilla, Steve Mitchell, Mark D with a C, D Bud Martin, JG Kirk, everybody else who popped in that I'm forgetting names because I'm an idiot. Thank you. It's Clobberin Time. Good night, everybody.